They are a beautiful way of bringing stories to life in the palm of your hands. Pop-up books have delighted readers for centuries. Joining us with a new and exciting exhibit is the Executive Director for the Gibbes Museum of Art, Angela Mack, and Jen Swearington, artist in residence at the Gibbes. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Jen, congratulations on being an artist in residence. I want to know more about this, but you are just a very creative person by nature. Not only do you create artwork, but you also create fashion, which we see behind you. First, I just want our audience to know that time is running out to see your treasures, so they are urged to go to the Gibbes Museum. I want to talk a bit about what inspires you to create pop-up art. It's an unusual art form.
Thank you. Yeah, it's really wonderful. I have made clothing in my living sewing Jenny threads, my handmade line, and making my living for 18 years. But a couple years ago, I needed a break from studio production and wanted to get back to more creative roots of drawing and paper cutting. I did a few art residencies abroad where I was in Bulgaria, Mexico, Finland, and a couple others for a month at a time. And this little book structure I had studied at Aeromont back in 2001 called a carousel book was a great medium for being able to travel the world with just a carry-on suitcase and my supplies inside it. So they're collapsible, and then I just travel with the paper, an X-Acto knife, a pen, and a few basic supplies, and then draw, cut, and assemble them into book structures. Which
you make it sound simple. You make it sound simple, right. But in the little bit of history that I read up in preparation for this interview, a mathematician created the whole concept of pop-up art. So you really need to kind of understand the physics of pop-up art. So what was it that really drew you to this medium?
It's a physical structure. I'm a maker, so it gives me something I can build. Also, as a traveler, it's something that collapses. Can I show y'all one?
I would love to see it. And how long does it take you to make something like this?
Anywhere from a couple days to a couple weeks.
That's amazing. That's so beautiful. And what is the story here in what you're showing us?
So this is one called Sacred that I have done during my residency at the Gibbes. And you'll see the structure is nestled accordion fold. So there are 5 panels in 4 layers of my drawings that I layer and mock up together after going out and sketching. Kind of come up with new ways to put them together. In this one, it is the women upstairs in some of the 18th century portraits in the museum's collection, as well as winged skulls that are from the tombstones in the cemetery of the circular church right across the street.
Right here in Charleston. So you're bringing Charleston history into your artwork. And I just want to point out that we see laser cut paper and things like that, and greeting cards and other artwork and things like that. This is all done by hand.
Yes, this is me drawing with a pen and cutting with an X-Acto knife. So they're each individual original pieces. I guess if I did some homework, I could have them laser cut and mass produced, and maybe that's something down the line. But right now I'm in these original pieces.
Then the masses, such as myself, can own a piece of your artwork. Now, Angela, have you ever featured an artist that worked in pop-up art before?
Not in a specific exhibition. I mean, we've included pop-ups in exhibitions that we've done. But Jen, you know, what's wonderful about having her here is the opportunity to really see these objects come together, because they are so intricate and they involve, you know, materials and tools that you normally don't see an artist use. I mean, you mostly think of artists with brushes, or, you know, if they're doing a sculpture with a chisel and a hammer, but here she's really working with scissors and pencils and mathematics and layering these pieces so beautifully so that they are these intricate little jewels.
They really are. They're just so beautiful. Well, this is a good place to take a break. When we come back, there is a limited time for people to come and to see Jen in her element, and we're going to talk a bit about that, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We've been chatting with Jen Swearington and Angela Mack. Jen is an artist in residence at the Gibbes Museum, and Angela, the artist in residence program is unique in that people can come and watch an artist in their element. Why is this important for people to see the process?
Well, I think it really helps people understand what they're seeing in the exhibition spaces on the second and third floors of the museum. Oftentimes there's a bit of a disconnect between the person that's actually creating the work and the object that you're seeing. And so the Artist in Residence program is really meant to bridge that gap, so that individuals, people who come to the museum, can actually talk to artists and learn their process. They can see the tools that they use. We allow the artists to really shape the studio space to their needs and provide them with as much support in that area as we can. Jen has done a beautiful job in creating her space and showing the variety of a work that she, or mediums that she works with, and you know, from the drawings that she does in her travel books to the pop-up books, to her wonderful small sculptures and her fabric pieces. I mean, it really is a terrific array of her talents.
It certainly is. And Jen, how do you like being watched?
I don't mind it so much. I'm good at talking. I can keep my eyes on my work and peek back up. If I have to do something very intense, I'll do that in my studio offsite. But I'm comfortable talking, and it's just interesting to see what viewers' perspectives are, and I've had some good conversations. So I don't mind.
Now, it's a wonderful learning experience for the rest of us to demystify how you create what you create. And what you create is just so beautiful, Jen. And you are also so talented at making clothes. And your clothing line, again, what is it called?
It's called Jenny Threads.
Jenny Threads. And you can go to the website.
Like, it's people have asked, "Oh, Jenny, is that your last name? Is it really Threads?" No, it's my company name. Jenny
You could always have it legally changed, I suppose.
Yeah, I could. I go by too many first names. I confuse everybody.
Yeah. Well, I want everyone to know that they have until April 3rd to come and see you, do your thing, and to come and see this wonderful exhibit of these beautiful pop-up books. Gorgeous work. Jen, Angela, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
We're back after this.